person was mocked profusely for holding this kind of view.
My own personal theory is that Joseph built the pyramids in order to store grain. You know, it would have to be something awfully big. You stop and think about it. I don't think it would just disappear over the course of time to store that much grain.
Okay, so as I pointed out, Maeve, that was 1998, but he was asked about this recently.
It's still my belief, yes.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, well, the pyramids were made in a way that they had hermetically sealed compartments. You wouldn't need hermetically sealed compartments for a sepulcher. You would need that if you were trying to preserve grain over a long period of time.
But come on, is it really that illogical to hold such a position? Well, Ron Wyatt certainly provided some very interesting evidence which should be included in our discussion. The Bible says, "So he," that is Joseph, "gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities. He laid up in every city the food of the fields which surrounded them. Joseph gathered very much grain as the sand of the sea, until he stopped counting, for it was immeasurable." Ron Wyatt noticed that at the Saqqara complex there were 11 large pits, which the Egyptians had no explanation for. But it was noted that when these pits were excavated, bits of grain were discovered. Each pit was connected by chutes, and there was only one entrance to the grain pits, and you had to go through this complex to get there. Ron believed that this could have possibly been a place to sell grain to those who came to Egypt during the 7 years of hunger, and that men would have sat in these cubicles with small tables to sell grain. Ron also engineered a possible replica of the machinery that could have been used to build the pyramids. He did this after observing hieroglyphics and discovering these large timber handles that were put into storage at the History Museum in Cairo. But